I've truly come to realise that I want more out of life than what most people settle for. And to be honest, it's been really hard to accept that. And I keep trying to take these shortcuts or these easier options, thinking that it's going to work out for me, instead of just accepting that I want more out of life. I have this restlessness inside of me where most people see something as good enough. For me, if something is good enough, then it's not good enough. It has to be aligned to me. I'm so over trying to fit the circle in the square. And I've been going through this loop pattern for quite some time now. So I've been taking shortcuts in things and calling it practical. And I'm calling myself out on it. There is a cost in having peace and safety and an environment that is aligned to you. So I'm moving again. I realise that my environment that I'm creating in and that I'm living in is so important to me. My peace, my ability to be autonomous in the way that I operate and be able to do things on my terms in all ways. I truly need that in my life. It's time that I finally admit that the things I want in my life won't come easy. They won't come by doing shortcuts. They won't come by taking the easy path. This path it's not there yet. I'm still trying to build it.
Gone up in numbers.
I wasn't. It's hard.
Yeah, oh, okay.
I think I'm doing fine.
Starting a new gym for me is really hard. And it's not only because I'm so particular with the gym community that I choose, but also because I'm so introverted. So it's difficult for me to come out of my shell and be vulnerable and put myself in this position where I'm talking to strangers and trying to initiate conversation. I think anyone that is introverted knows or understands how difficult it is. And it's definitely a skill that you can practice. It's something that I have to be quite proactive and almost forceful in a way of getting myself to go to somebody and actually start the conversation and start asking them questions so that I can get to know people. Relationships aren't just going to happen. I'm not going to meet anyone or build connections or meaningful relationships by standing in the corner, not saying anything, waiting for them to say the first thing, or even worse, sitting in my living room hoping that somebody will actually talk to me. The contrast is in the military, you're forced into proximity with people, so it's almost like, I always described it as a forced friendship, and you end up with people that you're not aligned with, and then you're having to constantly butt heads with that person, and it can be quite challenging. But the difference is not having the choice of the people that you want to be around. So now that I can choose, I'm very particular with what kind of community that I want to be around and what kind of people are in that community. The culture is so important to me because that's going to determine my happiness ultimately, because the people that you spend the most time around, which for me is in the gym, is going to determine how my nervous system is responding and my day-to-day connection with people. I'm so grateful for this deep restlessness inside of me that just won't settle. It won't rest. It won't rest until I have the life that I've been dreaming of, the life that I know that I deserve. And this is all part of the process and the things that I'm learning while I'm transitioning to being a civilian. Even though it's been 5 years, it still feels like it's so deep within me. I'm wired to overthink. I'm wired to question things. I'm wired to want to know more and want to know why. And it's time that I start accepting that that's just a part of me. And I believe that's a huge reason why it became difficult for me to serve in the military, because in the service, you don't question why, you don't question authority, rank. You do what you're told, and you follow the rules and you follow the path that's set for you. But now I'm writing my own story and I am creating my own path. It's not about having things perfect. I need to build an environment that is conducive to creating and having this lifestyle that brings me peace. And it's time to accept that there is a cost with that. So I'm finally set up in the new place. It's been a little bit of a process, but so worth it, making the change with where I was going to live and just finding somewhere that was a little bit suitable for me to be able to create and just be myself. So yeah, check it out. We've got the new ride. So my little get around, because I'm so close to the gym and the beach and cafes and things like that. I just thought this thing would be really cool to get around on and just more practical as well. Parking in Sydney is a little hectic, so so I'm stoked. It's crazy to think about how I felt a week ago and how quickly that changed when I moved into this place. It was like almost instant relief of like, okay, I can breathe. This is the place that I feel more at peace at. It's so quiet. It's a little bit tucked away in this like very hilly kind of mountainous area of northern beaches. And I am so close to everything. I think that's probably one of my favorite things, is that I'm so close to everything and I can just jump on the e-bike and just get to where I want to go. I'm stoked to keep building this. And I'm really looking forward to what the next chapter looks like for me once I sort of settle in a little bit more and I can really start to focus on where I'm going with life after uniform and what I want to properly build with this brand. And I've got a vision in mind, but it's one of those things that's just like, it sounds so far-fetched and I'm like, can I actually do this? But I know now that I've got myself in a good position, that I'm happy where I'm living and I'm happy with where I'm training, I'm happy with where I'm at, and now I can just focus all of my energy, all of my input and my drive into life after uniform and truly see where it's going to go. I have a lot of ideas and a lot of drive towards this. I'm excited to have impact and help others. It's just such a different kind of feeling of having the energy to actually focus on something that's going to not only better myself but also better other people. So what you're seeing is the live unfolding of a lot of things. They are raw, true moments. It's a very vulnerable place to be in. I am living it and breathing it and showing people what it's like to go through an identity transition, coming from the military and trying to become not only a civilian, but just trying to become me. And that's the journey that I want to share with people. Not the end result, but I want to show people what it's like to actually be in it.